read about these actors or other athletes that think I could have done it, but I didn't want to. Well, no, you either wanted to or you didn't.
Well, I wouldn't do it because I have to kill you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, there's a competition factor in you. You know, if you wanted to do it, you'd have done it. Yeah. You know, it's not you didn't do it because you'd ruin your movie career.
Right.
You know, you'd ruin your movie career because you would get exposed. Yeah, you'd get exposed as a fucking joke.
Right.
You know, I mean, okay, you got the body, you got the strength, you got the speed. Right. You don't have the fucking mindset.
Nope.
You know, if you did, you'd be doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no excuse not to do it.
No, you know? Except for you don't want to get your ass kicked.
Right.
Period.
Right.
It's too much to risk. Because then you're putting it all out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I hear it all the time, like Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris but Chuck Norris will tell you, hey, that ain't for me. So he's not going to bullshit. Just going to say, hey, those guys are badass, right?
Yeah.
But there's some of them like Steven Seagal that will tell you, well, if I would have done it, I'd have to kill him or I'd hurt him. I'm not going to do that. You're like, shut up.
You're completely delusional. Completely delusional. You know?
Right. Yeah, if you had that kind of skill, you'd be there in a second.
Yeah.
Just to show everybody how tough you are.
Yeah, and that would increase the amount of movie money you would be getting, you know? Yeah. Like these fucking actors who do their own stunts. Bullshit. You know what?
Tom Cruise is one of them.
Right.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you
Bullshit.
Run. You run on your own and you show people how fast you are, but when it comes to the actual stunts, please.
They're not going to risk. No. You know, if I'm paying you $20 million to do a film, I'm not going to risk you getting hurt. And then we have to cease production for 6 months, you know?
Yep.
Wake up, people. Wake up. It's full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, then they go through the way they take guns from people.
Yeah.
And then they're like... and the fans are like, dude, man, that was, I wouldn't have had to point a gun at you. And you're like, yeah, you know, I've been training for a long time and really hard to be able to do that. And you're like, I'm going, brother, you took probably 7 takes to get it right.
Yeah.
You don't get 7 takes when a guy has a gun at your head.
And the trigger's right there on the finger, you know.
And the guy's letting you take it. You're like, shut up, man. It's so irritating.
Yeah, it's a 2-pound trigger pull, you know.
Yeah, you hit my hand, it's going off.
Yeah, I sneeze.
Yeah, you gotta love the fake world, the ones that never ever in their entire life been in a fight.
Right.
But now they've done some acting and they've gone through a few holds. Yep, don't mess with them. They're truly badass.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's a whole generation and a half that believes all this crap.
Right. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
You know, that just buys it.
Oh yeah.
Buys the fake video of Bruce Lee playing ping pong against two guys with the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee would have killed all of you guys.
Yeah.
Shut up. The guy weighs 120 pounds. Yeah. He could hit me with every shot he had, and I'd smile at him.
Yeah.
Come on. I liked the guy. Don't get me wrong. I thought he was awesome, man. I loved him in movies, but
he's a movie star.
Yeah.
They fucking cut, take, cut, action. You know, they do 10 takes to get the one scene, you know?
Yeah, and then they speed it up too. Like they even though he was fast, but it just was much more impressive when they can make it faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, goodness, please.
Oh, it drives you crazy because the people actually believe it, and then people who were in the pro wrestling world would believe it too. And you're like, wait. Nothing's real in our world. Nothing.
Right.
You know, and you're actually going to believe that? That's Hollywood. There's nothing even less real than that. You know, less than nothing real.
And they want you to make sure that they believe it because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make sure that you believe what we do. We're stuntmen. Right. We want you to know that when we fall from the top rope or take a suplex, that we are doing it because we are. We just know how to fall.
Right.
We know how to take it flat. We know what we slam the hands down. We know how to break it. But it ain't going to happen in a real fight.
Yeah.
It ain't happening like that.
Like Dan's double souffle on that poor kid. What was his name, Dan? Macias?
Oh, my goodness. That's a highlight
he was
reel.
Shaking his head. You know, you get that happen to you out in the street, man. You know what?
It's over.
It's over.
Right. Yeah, he'd have been
in the
dead.
parking lot. Yeah, the parking lot, the curb, the car. You suplex somebody. I mean, I remember Chip Park. Chip was like a 120-pounder. at ASU. And him and one of the other guys, they were pulling into a Circle K, and these two rednecks, stop, they give him shit, and okay, and so the guys parked their truck and they put their girlfriends on the tailgate.
Oh, smart.
This will just take a minute, honey.
Only in the movie. Take a minute, honey. Be right back.
Chip suplexes this guy right into his fucking truck, and boom.
Then took his girls. Like, come on, girls. It only take a minute.
I mean, Chip's this fucking tall,
Right.
But his arms are this long.
It's like,
he's a knuckle dragger.
It's time for you to get your flight license.
Yeah.
Little Chip.
He's a monster, man. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, he's like, come on, girls. It'll only take a minute.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Wrong minute.
Yeah, no, that he said that to the girls. Okay, girls, come on with me. It'll only take a minute.
Like I said, it's the wrong minute, man. Chip's minute, not your minute, buddy.
Right. These are on my terms, not yours.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, you don't know who you're mouthing off to in that other truck, and
yeah.
They got no idea. Yeah. Okay. Well, I look like an old man in the car.
Until you hit the guy, is like, damn.
Well, and the door closed and the steering wheel. Yeah. Okay, let's get out. Okay.
But when he slammed the brakes on that Prius, I knew the shit was gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, I've had a few of mine where my kids were actually in the car too. Man, my boys, they were a little bit older. Guy pulls up, has his kid in the car. He's 18. Pulls over. I get out. I told my kid, stay in the car. I had my little grandkid in there. We just come from the water park. I didn't say that. I said, hang on for a second. I get out, and my son's saying, Dad, stop. And I'm like, I was hot. Yeah. Cut me off, followed me. So I get out. He parks on the other side. He comes across the road towards me. Yeah. I get out of my car, stand in front of him. I say, if you take another step, I'm going to take you out, because my kids were in the car. Yeah. And he kept coming, so I hit him. I dropped him right there, knocked his teeth out. He gets up, crawls to the outside, and all the cars are stopped at the light, right? And my kids didn't get out. I told them to stay in the car because they tried to get out. I said, stay in the car. Yeah. And then the other kid came out from the back of it. I didn't know it was his son. Looked like another guy, right? So he comes out, and I look at him, and he takes off. Cops show up. He's sitting on the curb, the far side, because he came after I hit him where I was at by my car. The cops come over, and they knew who I was, and they were kind of laughing. I guess they picked the wrong guy today. And I said, yeah. He says that you came over to your car and you hit him. And I said, yeah, is that just kind of funny? His teeth are laying right near mine.
Hey, at least his kid was smarter. Huh? He's like my dad could whoop me. You whoop my dad. I'm going to be over here waiting for you.
Be playing pong.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I didn't know it was his kid when he came out. So if I'd have known it, obviously I wouldn't have done anything, and I didn't. But if he would have come closer, I'd have dropped him, right? And he was 18 years old, so that wouldn't have turned out well. But he hightailed it. Yeah. So it worked out good. Yeah, and see, Dan, tell us about your street fights.
You ever been in a street fight, Dan?
You got in a fight with that little girl over the ice cream truck. She cut in front of the line.
She got the last sandwich.
Yeah.
The last ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. Tried to take your ice cream.
Pissed him off. Look, see,
I feel like a scapegoat here right now. Yeah. I feel like you guys are picking on me right now. I'm just a scapegoat.
That's what happens when you don't show up.
Yeah, you don't show up. We rearrange the schedule. What happened to me?
It's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd.
And we're going to eat too, man.
Have to be incognito now.
Tony's making burritos, and we're going to have something to eat. And I don't know if we're going to let you watch, or we'll just click off on you.
Well, okay. See, but you're saying that you're having burritos, so probably you're going to have some beans. So the way we started this conversation tonight, you wouldn't have wanted me from an hour from now. It'd be in your home anyway, Don. You'd be throwing me out.
I don't want you in my home anyway, whether you're eating beans or not.
When you're fasting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Quinn wants me in the house, so there. So yeah, Quinn does.
Because you cover for her.
Yeah.
She can blame you.
Oh man. Well.
Oh, it's a brutal.
How long have you known her?
Huh? Too long.
Quinn?
And no, Daniela.
Yeah. Who's he talking about?
With the dog.
Oh, Quinn. He's on Quinn's my girl.
Oh. How long has
other.
Dan
The
known his
dog.
girl?
Huh?
How long has Dan known his girl?
I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Severn? How long have you been married?
Oh, you guys are still in the honeymoon. Don't jinx it.
Oh, he's in Michigan. He's not married while he's in Michigan.
Right. Yeah, there's
Cross state lines.
what is it? 300 miles?
State lines.
Okay, he's back to being his cousin.
Rich, you need to put a gag. You need to put a gag over there, Dodger. He's going on a little bit too much here now. He's just
Oh, so you're into that, huh? Gags.
Got the ball gag, yeah. Handcuffs and ball gag.
yeah.
He liked that movie Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. or that old one with was it Kurt Russell, Squeal Like a Pig?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, Burt Reynolds. Yes,
What was
that's
that?
it.
Dueling Banjos.
Deliverance.
Deliverance. Yes. What a good movie. Yep.
Yeah, Dan auditioned for that, and he was too civilized for the part. Looked too clean. Wasn't believable.
It'd have been perfect.
Mr. Frye. I just so know here right now.
He had one tooth too many.
Oh, man. Oh, that's brutal.
Well, Ken, here's a question for you. What kind of a legacy do you hope to leave behind? The inevitability is all of us must part this earth one day, but what is the legacy that you hope to leave behind of what either what did Ken Shamrock stand for, or what did Ken Shamrock leave behind in his absence? What do you hope that legacy will be?
Yeah, I mean, for me, when you talk about my career and the success that I had in my career, the one thing that I would always want to go back to was that, anytime that you, especially for young guys, anytime that you come across obstacles or things that kind of derail you from really achieving your goals, is not to blame other people for it. Like, don't go, well, I blew my knee, or I did this, or so I wasn't able to do. It's like the one thing that I did in my career was that I depended on myself, even though I had people outside helping me and giving me opportunities, but I was the one that had to do it. So the legacy that I hope that I leave behind is that anybody can accomplish anything they want to do, especially with the way my background and where I came from, as long as you're willing to put the work in and go in there and do it, because no one can do it for you. You have to do it. So I would just say, yeah, if my legacy is that, it's about being able to persevere and being able to accomplish things that I set my mind out to do by hard work and dedication. And it has nothing to do with belts.
That's a very honorable, great legacy to leave behind.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with belts. It has nothing to do with winning all of these different championships. But because really none of that really matters unless you're willing to put the work in, unless you're willing to go do what you have to do to get it done. And I think a lot of guys start focusing on money, start focusing on winning belts or winning championships before they ever understand what it is to win it.
Yeah, you've got to be willing to put in the work even after you're injured.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a difference between being hurt and being injured,
Right.
A big difference.
Absolutely.
And, hurt's so temporary. It's a blink of an eye. And injured is temporary too.
Right.
But it's a little bit longer temporary. A little bit more painful temporary.
Yeah, it's what are you willing to do to get back to where you need to be? I broke my neck. You had your issues. We all have different things in our career that derailed us from being able to keep moving forward for most people. But for us, it was like, it's just another obstacle that we have to get over in order to get back to what we want to do.
Yeah. Another scar.
Yeah. And it's not going to stop us from accomplishing the goals we want to accomplish.
Right. Right. It's going to delay it. That's all it is.
That's it. Yep.
Injuries to delay in time.
Yep. That's it, man. Because it's an excuse at the end of the day. It's just an excuse.
Right.
If you allow it to be. Right. Otherwise, at the end of the day, it's just an obstacle that you conquered.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, same question to you, man. What do you want your legacy to be? What, when they say Dan's gone,
simply that. No. Simply that I made a difference. That's all. I made a difference. Saying a lot of things that Ken just said. I made a difference because I helped people do this. I helped people do that. I mean, the fact is that I made a difference in my little slice of heaven here, So that's all it is. I made a difference.
What about you, Don?
That's.
Are you done?
No, I could go on some more if you like.
Go right ahead. Legacy, shit. I'm just happy somebody remembers me. Shit. Especially, I did.
Well, but the thing is, because of the electronics, we have all this gadgetry that long after we're gone, they're still going to have all this digital type of stuff. They'll be able to go and they'll see us talking on this podcast, and they may be using us as, well, look at these prehistoric creatures here right now, very unsophisticated barbarians who engaged in the physicalities of macho isms of one-on-one inside of a cage. And the way that our country's going, I mean, we could be very much a distinct or extinct
species,
extinct commodity. I mean, again, so when you talk about real men, or you talk about people or men that actually display masculine traits,
toxic,
of standing up and
toxic is
having
a good word. Toxic.
Well, again,
hence the name of
toxic,
hence the name
toxic
of
to me, it's just being a real man.
Yeah,
right.
Getting up and when a woman comes in the room, shaking people's hands, introducing yourself, opening the door, helping older people. That's become that's a masculine thing that men used to do, and now
it's an insult.
Now it's an insult. You could get slapped for trying to help somebody to their car or something.
Well,
that's wrong. That's not cool.
Rob them.
Well, me personally,
and I've literally had women where I'd be in an airport, in an airline, sitting down, and I would get up and grab somebody's suitcase,
right.
And literally the person would say, "I can get it myself." And I get angry because I was like, "Oh, I don't understand that." I was like, "I'm just helping," and they would get upset at you for trying to. So now you don't do it until somebody. You'll ask them, "Hey, you want me to get that?" I normally wouldn't do that, but because of some of the things that has happened to me while I've gotten somebody's down, I don't do that no more. So I'll literally ask, "Hey, you want me to take that?" And they'll say yes, or no, I got it, because they'll light you up for getting down their suitcase. It's like, what do you think?
Maybe they recognize you from when you were a kid stealing shit. That's that kid that stole my bike.
You robbed my parents.
You were 13 then. 10 years old, you were strong arm.
Yeah. I was like, losing. Yeah, what'd you get arrested for? Strong arm robbery.
You were 10, man.
Junior high school knickknacks.
Stealing lunch money.
Yeah. I got a basketball and a dodgeball.
I got 35 cents.
Yeah, all 5 jugs of milk back then.
Right.
Come on.
You could steal my bike. You can steal my books, my pencils, but come for my lunch money.
Got a lot of stereo systems out of cars, man.
Oh shit! Then I got one needs to be put in.
Yeah, let me get to that. I know that. Well, nowadays, man, you break into a car, it handcuffs you.
I didn't know that. How'd you find that out?
Right.
When Ken showed up, I asked the guys to lock my car.
Where's my stereo? Old habit.
Yeah, you never know. Relapse.
chops. Just testing the workmanship of it.
Right. I ran out of money, man. I got to start somewhere.
Geez, don't.
Right.
Back to the no money thing.
Hey, Don, we'll start a business, man. We'll go online and say, need a stereo? We got whatever you want. Just tell us what it is you need.
Tell us what you want. We'll get it for you.
All right.
All right, Mr. Severn. I know. I see you're chomping at the bit to say something.
No. Well, on that note, I'll go like this because I think Tony will be happy with this. I'll simply say, on behalf of Don the Predator Frye and myself, and to be Severn, it has been a lot of fun having the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, in the studio for another episode of Toxic Masculinity. How real men can converse even if we don't agree on everything. Signing off.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Good job.
So we're done.
I mean, we can still talk.
Hold up.
We can still talk.
No, wait a minute. So
Tony's got his time off.
Hold up. And so wait a minute. I want to know this. So now we're off and we can be real? Okay, hey, screw you, Dan.
I fucking never liked you guys.
Jeez, that guy's annoying.
Never liked you, still don't.
Have to sit through another minute.
Catch that on film.
They did.